the South. Ain't got really feel me. Feel us. East Coast feel me. Feel us. West Coast feel me. Say what?
Before we actually do get to Live Girl though, as much as I can't take Mama Grace, as much as I can't take Jabari, as much as I cannot take Amina, y'all. And Amina and me, no. But Lil Leash, I don't understand why this girl is doing this to herself. Okay, we got Spence this episode who's struggling. He's struggling with losing Billy because he has not dealt with it. This man has lost so much in his life. Now to lose Billy, you took this boy out the hood. You took him from the struggle and then you just dipped on him. I mean, you died, you know, and it left him hurt and broken inside. But he knows he's not the only one who lost Billy. Billy had a wife. He had kids that, you know, that were actually his. He's trying to put on the best face that he possibly can. He's trying to do what he can. And y'all know Spence, that backpack be weighing my mans down, y'all. And when Billy died, that backpack became a duffel, and that duffel was stuffed to the brim. It was bursting at the seams. But all that other stuff from before Billy died that was already, he done moved to the duffel bag and then added all this new stuff on top of it, you know, trying to make sure everyone else is good, help with the funeral preparation. It's him trying to avoid dealing with these feelings. He need to go back to Dr. Spears. He needs to see if he got any appointments. But until then, he's trying to put on his brave face. He's trying to just stick to what he knows. He's trying to keep his mind distracted from having to deal with the loss of Billy, to deal with the loss of his dad. You know, that was his daddy. I'm gonna give him that. Spence became me tight a lot of the times, but in this moment here, you can clearly tell that he's not knowing how to properly deal with losing Billy in this way, and then still trying to be there for other people because that's who he is. That S on his chest, Mins is trying to keep that on so that way he doesn't show everyone else the ways in which he's hurting, and that he also needs a good amount of support from them as well. So for him, it's this girl. I'm not taking her. I'm not understanding why you don't see. No, she sees it. She sees it. She's just avoiding it. That the same way you got him is the same way you're losing him. Him being in love with someone else, girl. Someone you clearly knew up front that he was in love with. You literally interrupted a convo with his mama just so you could sit here and distract him from these feelings, from these thoughts about this girl. And this is where I'm not accepting it. She gotta go. She got to go right now. Because now you see him with this girl. You see the girl at these gatherings that you're inviting yourself to, that you want to be a part of. Did you not think they were no longer going to be friends? They have the same circle. Their families. Her dad was basically his dad in a way. You knew he was in love with this girl. You knew at the time that you introduced yourself to him that he was still struggling with being in love with this girl, these feelings for this girl. You know, the breakup was not something that came easy for both of them. So for you to be feeling this way now, where you are hurt because he's shutting you out and he doesn't want to open up to you, he's leaving you to go be with her, to go help her, and it's one of those people who know they're on their way out, like they're about to get the boot, and they're just trying to shove their way into your life so that way they could just have a place. You don't need a place here. Your place is behind that register at the bridal store. Go back there. That's kind of mean. I don't even care. Go back, because you did this to yourself. Because now you're sitting here talking about, oh, I see now that you don't want my help writing a letter. Okay, Simone. These girls, just accept it. Like, you are not the one. You are not the one for this person. It was never you. It was never going and is never going to be you. It will always be Liv. Where he's at in his life right now, you are not that person that is supposed to be here right now. He knows it. You most definitely know it. And it's the fact that you know it, which is why you're trying so hard to believe, make yourself believe that you don't really know it, that you're not seeing what it's clear, what we all see here, which is bye. Like, it be the little small smiles. She be trying to do little fake smiles because you know she's not pleased with something, or she feels uncomfortable about something, and she tries to play it off and she be failing. This is also why I'm annoyed, is you see he's not trying to talk about it. And I feel like in her mind, she's like, oh, but you can open up to these other people. In her mind, no. She's like, I bet you if it was Olivia, yes, you go ahead, you believe that. You think that and you believe it because that's what it is, girl. You are not Liv. But in her mind, she's like, I bet you if it was Olivia, you would open up to her, you'd express your feelings to her, because he would. Back up out his life. Hold on, I might appreciate her a little bit for that. Cause she pushing him more towards Liv. The more annoying she gets, the more pushy she gets. I still don't want her around. She's still annoying. And the way, oh my gosh, the way she be trying to talk to him. Spencer. I can't even do it. Spencer, you need to open up. I mean, you don't want to talk to me? Yes, that's what it is. He don't want to talk to you. Someone he do want to talk to, though. Liv girl. Y'all, she was, when I forget that, hold up, pause. Sam, oh my gosh. This episode wasn't like one of my top fives, maybe, this season. This episode is up there somewhere. It might even push to the top 5 for me, strictly because Sam carried. Sam, yo, when I felt every second of it. I was on that floor with her. When it opened up and she was just sitting there, I said, oh no, you out the bed? I'm out the bed, girl. Liv girl we were struggling. She couldn't take it no more. One more second, she was going right to that bottle, right? One more minute, because she did have a few more extra seconds, right? But she used them wisely. She said, I can't do this alone. She went to go find help. Man, we went to Lele's room, right? Here's my thing. This is the only thing that really got me. I said, stuff don't be adding up sometimes for me, because just back in 5-4, Lele girl's room door, it was locked. The fact that Jorah is now spending the night, when it was at the memorial like this, and Liv girl saw them like this, they ain't know she saw them like that. So the door being unlocked for me, I said, so we just doing it. We just doing this now. We just free. The thing for me too is, at the same time, they've never really truly been trying to hide their relationship. Yeah, a lot of times what they do is on their own, but they be doing things out in the open, and people they be missing it. A lot of the times it just be Jordala doing what they usually do. So I feel like for this in 5-4, I mean, she was out here having a whole makeout session with her boo. You know, they were hiding out from the party. Of course, you're gonna lock her door. But I feel like for this, where it's something as simple as just having a sleepover, you know, like he's sleeping at night. They were in their pajamas, y'all, which is so cute. She's just gonna leave the door unlocked because it's just, this is them.
This is real. This is me.
So Liv girl come up in the room, right? Because she's accepting it now too. She's like, oh my gosh, my sis and my bro, love them. I say, you do right, me too, girl. So to see her here where she actually took the bottle, didn't even drink from it, that alone, props girl, that's strength, girl, that's growth. So she goes in there, and I love that her focus isn't on these two people I love and care for keeping this secret from me, or these two people I love and care for in the same bed right now with each other. You know, it's these two people I love and care for who love and care for me, and them being the two people who can help me in one of my darkest moments right now where I'm truly struggling. And that's exactly what they did, y'all. I sat there to see little Lele girl touching on her face, and Jorah like holding on to her as they're walking around, you know. Sam, we gotta come back. Come back to Sam. Sam! Forget Liv. Sam! Oh my gosh, y'all. I was like, what for Jorah? Yeah. Jorah, he holding her for support. This girl, she made you feel why she needed him to hold her up for support. Like, if he would have let go, she would have dropped. She would have passed out, and I would have been like, you gonna pick her up? And he would have, though. But he held on so tight. Her, as she's washing her face, to feel the pain coming from her, just the exhaustion, everything that, and also because they were knocked out, y'all. They were knocked out. It took a few seconds for Lele girl to just and see what was happening, right? Liv girl she was trying her best. Mind you, she took that bottle. How many days ago was that memorial? She took that bottle and she's been holding on to it. So for a couple days now, she's been trying her best just to fight through it and to deal with it on her own. And she knew when she reached her breaking point where she couldn't take it no more on her own, and she had to ask for help. So to see all of that play out, and you felt every second of that, every second of those few days since she left that memorial, since she got a hold of that bottle, all of this, you could literally feel in these moments with her just going around and jumping between the two of them for support, up until she laid her head on Lele girl's lap, and Lele girl's just sitting there all motherly, stroking her hair, right? One of the best openings I've ever seen. Oh, you know what it was for me for the beginning? How could I skip this? Go back a little bit. Just because of Liv girl's present day performance, I was like, I'm gonna take it. This is one of the best openings I've ever seen on this show. But that flashback, no, I'm not taking it. We got one with Lele Girl and Liv Girl talking about weddings and dresses. Didn't even see Jor. Didn't see Mama Laura. No Papa Billy. I get it. You know, it was to make the connection between her and her dad. Can we see her and her dad? I liked Lele Girl and Liv comparing how they wanted their weddings, you know, and having this moment, us just seeing a glimpse of their childhood and them just being friends. But I think for everything that we were dealing with in present time, it didn't hold this weight for me. Minus that intro hit. So back in present time now, it's just the three of them, the three amigos. Yeah, look at them. It's Liv Girl. As tired as she is, as stressed as she is, as exhausted as she is, and with everything she's dealing with, homegirl still was like, I'm happy you two have each other. I feel like this isn't the end. Like, there's gonna be another discussion to be had about the two of them keeping this from her. But you know she's happy for them. You know that she can see clearly what they mean to each other. It's clear as day. Come on, if you don't see it. Okay, so she says that they just look at each other and then look back down, and it was the silence in those few beats where no one says anything, and you just see the three of them sitting on this floor, the three of them who have just lost someone who means the world to them, you know. Lele Girl, that was her daddy too, y'all. And for them all now to have to deal with that, to have to be there for each other with that, and to have one of them who's really struggling right now, which is Liv Girl, and you're doing everything you can to make sure she doesn't relapse. It takes strength, it takes growth. And from where they started to where they're at now, to see the three of them come together like this, and to just sit here and look at them, y'all. Because at this point in their lives, they're building families, they're building their careers, they're starting their careers, you know, some of them. And I feel like these are the years where everything starts to lock into place. All the random stuff, the people who aren't meant to be here, they fade away and you're sticking to your core. And this is where it's at right now, is with them and their family, which is why it leads Liv Girl to call her village, you know. Yeah, they all have their issues and they struggle and things like that, but at the end of the day, the people that's really supposed to be there for you, the people that are really supposed to be up in your life, they won't show up for you, girl. So when she said she needed her village, they came through. They showed up. I was like, Coop even came? She probably came because she lived in the same house. She ain't have no choice. But we're going to give it a benefit of the doubt and say she got that message that Liv Girl needed her. She needed her village. And she was like, I'm going to be there. I'll be downstairs in 5 minutes. And she came down. So Liv Girl has now called in everyone. Even Nurse Joy. She needs her people. She's telling them where all her hiding spots. She said, oh, this is taking everything in me. But upstairs in my top drawer with my undergarments is it's to the left, in the back, underneath. She telling them everything so that way she don't get no slip-ups, right? They just need to be here for her while she tries to get through this day without relapsing. They say, yo, we gonna take shifts. You got first watch? I got it. The fact that they're all coming together, but then I peeped around, I said no Spence. But here's the thing, because my man Spence, I said, nah, ain't no way. He would have been here for this meeting. The village, my man holds a lot of weight up in that village. I said, because he's missing Billy. He's not trying to deal with how he feels regarding losing Billy, which is why he's been being there for Liv, trying to be there for Mama Laura, why he's been focusing on the whole Coach Kenny thing and working out, why he not trying to mess with this girl to talk about his feelings because he don't want to talk about it with her, all these other things to distract himself. That backpack, that duffel bag. I know he would have wanted to fill it up with Liv Girl's problems had he known about it. I said, ain't no way he know about this if he did not show up for it. Not Spence. It was confirmed because once again, Coop can't stay quiet. This girl could have sat here and told her, please don't tell Spencer. You know, I want to keep him out of it. She could have told her that and she still wouldn't went to that gym and told him. We found out my man, he didn't even know about it. He looked so hurt. He said, nah, I ain't know about it. I said, she ain't tell him. She ain't tell him. There's got to be a good reason here, right? In my mind. And it was. Liv is struggling. He's not able to help. And he's still struggling. He would have loved to help because it's going to help him deflect some more from his own feelings. And it sucks for him too because He really has no escape. He can't be home. He got somebody up in his house who he don't want there, and they keep popping up. He had to get out. He had to come to this school, to this gym, where he probably wasn't even really trying to go to, but something to serve as a distraction for him, just to let out some anger, let out some frustrations and everything, some pain. I guess I'm gonna go work out for a little bit there, keep up. But then at the same time, you got Coach Kenny there, who him and Coach Kenny are kind of going back and forth at it, because Spencer whining a little bit right now. He ain't got much for him left in Crenshaw, so he not gonna go there. And then the Baker House, he ain't get the invite. Where he gonna go? Him and his woman going through it. His real woman. We got Liv Girl now. She feeling a little bit better, just a little bit, because she done called in her village, most of her village, and she out here talking to Nurse Joy about it. Nurse Joy she's like, yeah, girl, that's good, because you did what needed to be done. You knew you couldn't do it on your own anymore. Great move, but there's something deeper here that you're not trying to deal with, something deeper here that you're trying to block out, and you need to let yourself feel these things, feel these emotions, and find out whatever that is that you're trying to block out and let it take over, and do it today while you got your village. Liv Girl was looking, she was taking it hard, but me, I said, she needs Spence. Spence got to come through. Ain't no way. He done got out that house away from that other chick. He got to come save her. He got to come help her. He gonna be the only one to do it. It's so crazy now seeing these episodes where Billy, he's no longer, he dead, compared to when he was still kicking, because Liv Girl was always up in that crib. In Crenshaw, she was always there in his office, going to see him. They spent so much time together over these last few months because of the article and, researching and everything. Girl's a daddy's girl. She was always with him. And I say it's so crazy because she was always there when Billy was alive. And now Billy's gone and she doesn't go there anymore. And now we're seeing Jor there all the time. It feels like they've swapped places, but it's more so Jor is trying to feel closer to who his dad was in those last few months when he lived in Crenshaw, to just feel the last place that he really was when he was alive. And Liv, because she has so many memories with him there, she's not trying to be there, it feels like. She's trying to just stay far away because she wasn't trying to deal with those memories and those feelings that come along with that house in Crenshaw, because she was there so much. He looked so spooked. When Nurse Joy said dig deep, she said you got 24 hours to figure it out, girl. She did not want it. She did not want it. Seeing how she was with her mom and Coop compared to when she got with Spence, watching it back, you see how much lighter she was with them, because she knew, y'all. It was like she knew up in here. That's why she was trying to avoid him. That's why I can't get that invite. She knew once she got with that man, it was over. I said, girl, you delay as long as you can. You procrastinate as long as you can. Until that girl Coop dropped her off. But before we get there, she's with Mama Laura at first. Mama Laura gets a phone call and finds out she gotta go to the office. Yeah, I know the one Liv Girl found that drink at. Yep, because she gotta get a copy of the Social Security card, right? Liv Girl, I'll go with you, Mama. She said, baby girl, you just found that bottle up in there. I don't think that's a good idea. And Liv Girl said, no. Because you know what Nurse Joy done told her. I feel like this is why I need to go back there. Oh, while she's sitting on the floor, right? When Mama Laura goes to take the phone call, and she has that moment where she's just sitting with her thoughts, like just silent. Y'all, the look on this girl's face. Sam, back to Sam. 8. She killed this episode. This girl, when I tell you, I was sitting here watching her on that floor. In reality, she's in this bright lit room, nice furniture all around her, this nice crib. It's a nice crib that they live up in. No, all I could picture watching her face sitting on that floor while her mom's just somewhere else, I done forgot Mama Laura was even in the same room as her. I felt like this girl was in this blacked out room, not an inch of light in sight, nowhere, with some noise canceling headphones on, just stuck with her own thoughts. Y'all, she sold me. She sold me on Broken. She sold me on Lost. She sold me on Parent Dead. It felt like one more second, she would have been left there longer with her thoughts. She would have broke. And no, somebody come help her find the light. Somebody come help her find the light. Spence, where you at? My man said, she ain't call me. It's alright though. I'm coming still. I'm just coming a little bit later. Matter of fact, she gonna come to me. Coop is here for the next shift. I said, here we go, man. Because we already know they got issues. I said, this is about to be awkward, right? Ain't it? I already figured they were going to talk about their issues because there's no one else around. We got to talk about something, and we can't talk about anything else when we got this huge elephant hanging between us and we can't see each other around it. So who gonna bring it up first? Live Girl. It's a part of the journey that she's on for the day. She's going through each of these people, and she's doing what she needs to do with each of these people to get her to where she needs to be by the end of this day. And this right here, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl could better act right. Okay, let me tell y'all why I like this scene though between the two of them. Live Girl apologizes. I don't understand why all these people just be apologizing in the coop like she deserves it. Okay, Live Girl apologizes because she was jealous of seeing Coop and Spencer's relationship, with Coop being Spencer's best friend, the person he turns to, the person he talks to, the person that he opens up to the most. Back then, y'all, that is not the case anymore. She's trying to clear the air. She's putting it out there because for her too, we've seen how she's been from the very beginning when it comes to Spence. She's always felt this connection to him. So to see him have something so close with this person, it felt like competition to her. And then to have Coop here, this is why I liked it, y'all. Because Coop starts to apologize, right? Liv Girl gonna apologize. Alright, let me apologize too, because actually I was jealous of y'all. That's what it really was, you know. That was my best friend. He still is, but you've taken the #1 spot. People know when their spot's been taken. They do. She felt it. She knows it. And she's been struggling with it. That's why she kind of acting like this. But also, this is just who she is. I feel like you was taking my best friend away. That's how she was feeling. Y'all had built a stronger connection than him and I ever had. They did. And they still have it right now, even though they broken up. Because they soon won't get back together, girl. Fear not. I was thinking, I said, hold on. Because to my knowledge, she wasn't pushing this hard for Spence and Liv to get together. So once upon a time ago, she was pushing somebody else to come out. Go get your man, girl. He told you he'd wait until he was ready. You look ready to me. She knew she didn't have competition with Lele Girl. That's why she was pushing her. She thinks she's slick. She was like, I need somebody with him that's not going to take my #1 spot. It's her. I'm going to do my girls like that? Putting one with a dude who don't want her, and then got the other one sitting back looking, watching the man she in love with be with her best friend. But saying that, it makes me dislike her even more. Because you basically was setting both of them up just to protect yourself, just to keep your best friend. Asher shift up next. They don't see him nowhere in sight, but they see this girl and they see Spence. One little toe, her whole foot wasn't even through the door yet. One little toe came in and she felt that presence hit them. She said, oh, no movie. It's like, you know, when you're interrupting something, or you know you're someplace you're not supposed to be, or now you feel intimidated in a way. All them things, that was her. That was Lil Leash. You see you can't compete. Don't even try. It was Liv Girl, right? When they find out Asher's not there, she said, well, I could just wait on the porch. They don't know what time he coming back from that doctor's appointment. She got to do an ultrasound, everything else. And you know she be sick a lot of the time. So who knows if something won't go wrong while she at the doctor's, right? Can't have that. Just wait outside. You know, it's really no big deal. No, Spence was not going to have that. You are not going to feel like you're interrupting something. If anyone is going to feel out of place, it's her. Lil Leash. That's Lil Leash over there, y'all. Feelings I could feel going through this man as he's just standing there taking all this in, as her and Cooper talking about her having to go to AA, actually not being there to pick her up. The whole time this dude is just like, thank you so much because I really didn't want to watch that movie. Thank you so much because I really wasn't trying to sit here and share no popcorn with this girl right here who done invited herself into my place. Thank you so much because it's the second time today that she done been up in my crib. I came back from practice hoping that she was gone, but nope, she was still up in here. Got somebody else to let her into the house once again because I didn't want the pain, because I didn't want her doing my laundry. I do not need another motherfucker in my life. Thank you so much because you keep trying to butt herself into my life, keep trying to get me to talk about my feelings. I'm not trying to talk about them feelings at this time. Thank you so much because I really wanted to be there for you this morning when you had everyone else in the village that was there for you, but I understand where you're coming from and why you didn't invite me and why you needed that space. Thank you so much because at this point in time right now where I'm at in my life, I need you just as much as you need me. So thank you so much for allowing me in a few seconds to take you to AA. I will be that person for you. Let's go, boo. I said, oh my God. He said, I'll do it. Straight up. The look on his face, so sure. He said, I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know where you gonna go, but you're not coming with us, and I don't know when I'm gonna be back, because as long as she need me, it's as long as I'm gonna be gone. So they're riding in the car now, and Liv Girl, she looks tired, y'all. They both look tired, but in different ways. Liv Girl looks tired from just letting out so many different emotions, from the tears to the breakdowns to finally asking for help. My man Spence looks like he's exhausted just from trying to hold it all in. And it's so sad because you're watching two broken people, two lost people right now, and they're even more lost because they don't have each other. you know, and that's still something that they're trying to navigate towards. Slowly but surely, they aren't able to deal with it together as they would ultimately want to be as a couple. They're trying to navigate what this is, like a friendship, or you know, we're in that in-between phase of, I've already told you I still have feelings for you, I'm still in love with you, I've never fallen out of love with you, you know, and I know you still feel the same, but you're also kind of seeing someone. We also just both lost basically our father. We have so many obstacles. Like, I feel like from the very beginning, it's just test after test after test. And I think this right here, this is the ultimate test for them, because it's forcing them each to deal with this huge loss, while at the same time trying not to go back to those major issues that they've dealt with in the past. So Liv possibly relapsing, Spencer and his savior complex, and trying to save everyone else but himself. On the way to AA, and Liv Girl sees a carnival. It reminds her of her daddy. She said, oh my god, he loved pop-up carnivals. Spencer popped a U. He took a right on up in there, right? I love this. You knew where it was going. We was about to get to something real serious, but before we get there, let's just have some fun, you know? She just wanted something light before she had to allow herself. She knew when she went up in that beach house and she saw that man and she realized, he taking me, I'm gonna have to face it now. She knew, he knew. He said, I'm really what she needs, you know? Oh, backtrack. We in the car again. Homegirl tells him the reason why she didn't call him is because Mans has saved her so many times before. I mean, she's really helped him in the past too. When you love somebody, y'all help each other, and that's what they be doing, you know? But my Mans, he took it back. He said, yo, girl, when I took that bullet for you, what I told you? She said, anytime. I said, he did say that, Liv. He said that. So if you would have called him, he would have been right there. He would have been happy to get out that house. They were pulling at my heartstrings. She didn't call him because she didn't want his help. She knew that that was the help she needed. This was the person that she was supposed to be with today. The person she was supposed to talk to today. The person who was going to bring out everything that she was trying to avoid today. It was him. He knew it too. So when they got to that carnival, oh my gosh, I said, before we go up there, let's stay down here. She said, yeah, let's play some games. I said, come on, throwback date. They are out here living it up. All right, not really living it up, but like they're having fun. The way they were in that arcade room, something about them here playing the games and the way they were even just like joking with each other just brought me back to that time, you know, when things were, it was fresh then. They were really just starting in their relationship then. But I feel like now they've gone through so much where you can feel some weight added onto it, but you can feel it going in the right direction to where it'll be a lot better going forward for the two of them when they do get back together, is what I got from this one here, which wasn't a date. Yeah, it was. But I'm hoping though, look here, let that girl, let her find out this man done took Liv Girl to the carnival. You didn't take her straight to AA and drop her off. You took her to a carnival. Yes, he did. He took her to a memory. Miss, relax. It was much needed. Let her find out. She gonna be sick, y'all. She ain't gonna know how to take it. A date? That's what it was, girl. Liv Girl didn't even ask him to take her to the carnival. My girl threw it out there as like, oh yeah, me and my dad, he used to love carnivals. And he took it upon himself to take her over there. Meanwhile, this girl, she had to ask. She had to invite herself to somewhere. How many days has he freely taken her on, you know? He threw one in the house. He didn't even want to take her outside. He tried to throw something together in the house. Come on, forget this girl. Forget her. We get on the Ferris wheel, right? We get up there. They take us up, all of us. Side note, that song, as soon as I heard it, I downloaded it immediately. I said, oh my gosh, this is so good. And it went with the whole mood too. Tears. Her tears. I said, oh my god, my face is wet. It wasn't. I'm joking. It was no going back. They get up there and she's like, now what? My mans, he told her to sit with that silence. Sit with the quiet. Just take it all in. You got to connect to your daddy, girl. You got to connect to everything that you've been trying to avoid this whole day. The whole day. But now that you with me, I ain't going to let you. Come on, I'm here with you though. Boo. Hold on to me. She was like this with the little teddy bear too. I said, oh my gosh. And then I thought about it this morning. She pulled herself out of it. She couldn't sit with the silence for much longer, which is why she went to Lele's room and had to get help from the two of them. And then fast forward to when her and Mama Laura were together, and Mama Laura went to go take that call, and she's sitting on the floor, and then she gets lost for a couple of seconds in her thoughts until Mama Laura comes back in and basically pulls her out of it. She's not left with it long enough for her to have to deal with it. Up here, there's no drinks. Up here, she feels content with Spence. Up here, she's gonna let go because she's with Spence. Up here is where she's finally gonna deal with it because of Spence. And to see his reaction as well, because everything is hitting him too. They're each other's person. That's it. I strongly dislike Alicia. Not even her. I strongly dislike her with Spence. She's fine for someone else. She just gotta go find that person. She's spending too long and too much time with the wrong person, and I'm not taking it anymore because she's holding us up. She won't be for somebody else. I don't know when, I don't know who, but I know they're not here right now, so she gotta go. Spence ends up getting Liv to AA on time, right? Jor comes to pick her up. His little, I'm waiting for my shift all day, y'all. This is so cute because I feel like it's sad, but since Billy done died, they're getting closer. They were slowly building before this, just a little bit, but they've really had to come together since losing him. Because Mama Laura, she done lost her husband. She gonna need all the love she can get. They gotta make sure they good for their mama, you know, which means they need to make sure they're good for each other. And Liv Girl, she doesn't have the love of her life right now. She's struggling with possibly relapsing. Not no more, we good now. But she was. Then she lost her daddy. She was a daddy's girl. She really spent a lot of time before his death with him. So I feel like Jor sees that and he's trying to make that effort to be a better brother, to just be there more for the women in his life, which is why he shut up for his sister, y'all. I was like, yes, Jor. Yeah, Jor. That's the growth, y'all. It's the growth in him. The girl's talking to Jor, and I actually really loved, it's so random, but as she's sitting on the back of the car talking to him, I just pictured her sitting on her floor in the beginning and how she looked on his arm in the beginning with her head all thrown to the side, you know, and all out of it, looking like she was on her last breath. And now look it, we still in the same day. Yeah, because that was the middle of the night. We're in the same day. Homegirl done came a long way from that morning thing. I said, Spence did that. No, I'm joking, y'all. He helped, but it took the village. The village did that. I didn't even realize how much I missed Live the Truth until I saw homegirl whip out the microphone, right? And I said, they better not be sitting here giving it to us for this one episode because it makes sense here with what they're dealing with, just for them to take it away from us like it didn't just make a comeback. Come on, man. So she's sitting here talking about the silence and the bond between a father and a daughter. She won't be able to have this conversation right now with the smiles that's coming in and out as she's talking about this stuff. If it hadn't been for all the, minus Mama Grace, if it hadn't been for most of the people wrapped around this island right here with her in this moment. As soon as she said, don't run from it, right? Flash to Spence. I said, He said, don't run again. Look back at Spence. My man went turning. I said, he booking it out of there. He getting out of there. He said, my work here is done. I got her here, y'all. I brought the microphone out. Like, it goes to the beach house. He said, I'm going back home. I'm tired. I don't know why I left this house. You know what? I know why I left. She going? Alright, good, she out. Yeah, I'm coming back inside. He at the beach house now. Coach Kenny then popped on over. I said, he was just getting on you earlier, sir. Why you keep doing this to yourself? And he's still not trying to hear it. Spence is not trying to hear it. Oh! The letter. That's when he was reading it. We done talked about it on her segment. We ain't talking about that letter again. Bye, Simone. But also, I'm just going to state, that's why he was so tight, too, talking to Coach Kenny. He done read this letter. He said, oh, my God. And she using my paper, too. Man's done had a day. He's still trying to avoid his feelings for Papa Billy. He's dealing with this girl. He was dealing with Coach Kenny earlier. He coming back to the house. Now he see a letter from this girl. And now Coach Kenny done popped back up. It was not looking good for Coach Kenny when he walked up in there. So my man Spence wasn't trying to hear it. He's like, yo, I just need a coach. That's it. Coach Kenny said, son. I said, oh, no, he did not. No. We got the flashbacks. I said, Coach Kenny, people done called him that before. And them people, they dead. You next? Nah, they ain't gonna kill Coach Kenny. But my man's, don't do it. When he said that, my man was triggered. Spence, me and Spence, we don't always be getting along. You know, he be getting me tight sometimes. A lot of times. I don't know what...
Somebody who's gonna do whatever it takes to win and get me to the NFL. That is all I can count on, and that Negro ain't you.
Poor Coach Kenny. I said, sir. He looked like he was going to knock Spence out for a second. He said, I'm not. I could tell he's filled with anger and he don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to just let it be. I'm going to let him get it out on me right now. This is what happens when you lose the people you care about. Acting out. You acting kind of crazy. He is acting kind of crazy, y'all, until he's able to just face everything. But we got to get him there first. Man's right now, he about to reach a breaking point. And I'm going to be here for it because it's going to deliver. It's going to be so good. He acting like this right now. I'm be here for every second of it. Every second of it until my man break. Come on, Liv going to be there too to support her boo. Till then, I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.